Hi everybody, I'm Mike. This is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews, and today we're going to take a look at the Chiappa 1911-22. Stick around, maybe we'll learn something together. Chiappa 1911-22 is a 22 caliber 1911 pattern firearm made by Chiappa. Markings on it clearly say what it is. Model 1911-22. It is made to be a 1-to-1 scale replica of a 1911, but it has a couple features that are different. First thing you'll notice is Chiappa's internal lock. You take an object, actually I found that a fork fits in there really well in those two little holes, and turn it. If you turn it to so the red dots line up, it's on fire. If you turn it so that they don't, so that the red dot in the circular portion is there, it won't fire. What it does is, let me see if I can find a tool here. What it does is it puts a hammer block in front of the firing pin. Trying to do some gymnastics here. As you can see, when it turns, it puts a block in front of the firing pin so that the hammer cannot strike the firing pin. The external safety functions exactly like a 1911. It's in the same spot, has the same detent, whatever. It's very positive. I'm not really worried about this thing coming undone when I don't want it to. The grip safety is not functional. It is simply there for decorative purposes. The slide release is in the same place as you would find on a normal 1911. Has a windage adjustable sight in the rear, fixed front. One thing you'll notice is the barrel. It seems to be awful thick for being a 22. That's because it is and this is an unloaded weapon, it is a steel barrel liner inside a Chiappa alloy, which is what they call their alloy, barrel sleeve, or barrel housing. Matter of fact, speaking of Chiappa alloy, the entire rest of it, the frame, the slide, everything else, the hammer, everything else that doesn't have to be steel is made from this Chiappa alloy. I picked this particular example up at my local gun shop for 125 bucks. It was used. Someone had traded it in. And as I'm shooting it, I found out why. It jams a lot with this Federal Value Pack 22 long rifle. The manufacturer recommends that you use CCI mini mags in it when you're shooting. I'm going to have to try some of those and see if that does it any better. With one of the mags, it does it with this. With the other, it seems to function fine. I think it had some issues because someone was dry firing it, and the firing pin was making contact with the barrel sleeve there at the end of at the chamber end, and it caused the deformation of the barrel sleeve so that there was a burr that stuck down into the chamber. I kind of sanded that off a little bit, and you know, we'll see how she fires. Let's see how it does at 5 yards. Magazine didn't want to release there. We have a jam, we have a failure to extract, left the round in the chamber which caused the failure to feed. Let's give it a shot at 10 yards. We're gonna try headshots. It has a long trigger reset. You have to make sure that you let your finger go all the way out. It's not exactly a competition style setup. We got another failure to extract. I'm gonna have to mark these magazines because I really think it's one of these magazines, and what it seems like it's doing it with is just the one. I'm just going to go ahead and do a mag dump, and we'll see if it functions with this magazine. Nope, failure to extract. Failure to extract on the last round. I've got to wonder if it really is the ammunition. If putting some CCI mini mags through it might not give it a better go. We're going to go ahead and give it a try, the obligatory 75-yard shot, since this is a range video. For those of you who haven't seen it, each one of these stakes along the yard is set at 25-yard intervals down to the target. Way down there, which I will zoom in on right now, is at 75 yards. So we'll see if I can hit anything from this distance. Yay! Yay! You know, overall, if I can figure out what it likes to feed, it'd probably be all right for 125 bucks. That's all I paid for it. You know, it's not going to be a defensive round. It's not going to be a shit it's the fan weapon. It's not going to be a bug out bag weapon or truck gun or anything. It's basically just a range toy, and for that, well, I guess it's okay, providing I can find an ammunition that it likes and wants to feed. So I'm Mike. This is a bunch of guns and gear reviews. This was my look at the Chiappa model 1911-22. If you like what you saw, please like, share, subscribe. Consider becoming a patron on my Patreon account. Be a budget buddy. And then come on back. Maybe we'll learn something together. What you want?